Hi there, in this video we are learning how to find out the probability using the two-way tables. So here we're going to read the first one. This says that a randomly chosen member of year 8 is a boy. So now what we are doing is, this says that from the year group year 8, we are looking for the probability of a boy. So I'm going to write down here the part A, and with the part A we are finding out the probability of boy from a year 8. So how many are the total students in year 8 is, I'm going to circle first of all. So it would be the total which goes in the denominator would be 110. And now we see that how many are the boys in year 8 is 66, which would be the numerator. Now we're going to look to the next one now. So this says that a randomly chosen boy is a member of year 8. Now we are talking about from all the boys, we are looking for the probability of year 8 boys. So now part B is, again we are finding out the probability by using what is the total number of the boys we are having now is, it's 208. This says that from the total number of the boys, we are finding out the probability that it would be the member of year 8. So how many other year 8 boys are? 66. So that would be the answer for the part B. Reading the part C would be now, a randomly chosen member for the school is a year 8 boy. Now there's a word is a school. So from the total school. So we know that how many are the total students in the school is 360. And because we are looking for the year 8 boys, so how many year 8 boys we are having is 66. So see that in all the parts A, B and C, we are finding out the probability of the boys but in different way. Here we have got another two-way table. So with this two-way table, what we're going to do, again, we're going to read the information which is given to us already. And we try to fill in the remaining information then. So I'm going to read it first of all. This says that, I've got my highlighter ready here. This says that 60 British students. So the total number of the students is 60, which is given here as well. Each visited one foreign country last week. The two-way table shows some information about these students. Now, to try to fill in this, I'm going to try to fill in the last column first of all. So we have got the total is 60. This is 34. To get the other information, what we're going to do is now, we're going to subtract them together and see that what we're going to come out with. So when you do 60, take away 34, you're going to get 26, which will go here. Again, the numbers over here, here and here, all three of them should be add up to 60. So what would be the number missing here would be 17. So you can work out by doing 60, take away 18, take away 25, and you'll get this would be a 17 here. Now we're going to see that with the Spain, we have got 18 is the total, 9 is the female, so the remaining would be the males, which would be another 9. Now we have got more information filled in for males. So I'm going to fill in for the male now. So we have got 15 males went to France last week. Spain is 9 and the total is 26. So we can find out how many are the male who went to Germany last week would be 2. And when you do 15 plus 2 plus 9, that would give you a sum of 26 then. The only row which I have to fill in now is for the female now. So because we have got total number of the people who went to France, 15 of them is a male, so 2 of them would be female then. For the Germany, because we know that total number of the people who visited Germany last week is 25, where 2 of them would be the male, so the remaining would be the female, would be 23 then. So here we have got the whole two-way table filled in. Now we're going to see that what is the next part. One of these students is picked up and read them. Write down the probability that the student visited Germany last week. So we are finding out for the student who visited Germany. Now, they don't say that whether it's a male or a female. So we're going to see that what students went to Germany last week. How many are the total students? So the total students who went to Germany last week are 25. You're going to write down 25 in the numerator here. As we know that the denominator is the total number of the students, so that would be 60. Now we are having 25 and 60 and we try to simplify it because we know that both 25 and 60 both goes in a 5 times table, so we can divide the top and the bottom by 5. Now how many 5 makes 25 would be a 5. I'm going to write down here. And how many 5 makes 60 would be 12. As we cannot further simplify 5 and 12, so that would be the simplified answer we'll be having. So here we have got the next example now. So in this two-way table, this says that there are the 3 subjects, which is English, Maths and Science. On the other side, we have got males and females. So I've got my highlighter ready and I'll be just like highlighting the key information. This says that the two-way table shows the subject student likes the best. Find out the probability that a student picked at random likes English best. So we are finding out for the person who likes the English best. So it's going to be how many students like the English best is 47. I'm going to write it down over here. So we are finding out the probability of those students who likes English. So how many student actually likes English is 47. And because we are finding out the probability, the denominator is always the total, which is 130 at the moment. So you write down 130 in the denominator then. Let's have a look to the part B now. So this says that find out the probability who does not like science. So I'm going to write it down. I'm finding for those students who doesn't like science. In other words, if they don't like science, so it means that this is for the science information. So out of 130, 43 are the students who like science. So it means 130 minus 43 are those students who doesn't like science. So it would be 47 plus 40 would be the top number. And because we are finding out the probability, the total would go in the denominator. Now, when you're going to add the two top numbers, you'll get 87 over 130. Let's read the part C now. Work out the probability that a male student picked at random likes maths best. Now, we are finding out the probability from the male list only. So the total is the male because here the key information is work out the probability that a male student picked. So we are only picking up from the male students who likes maths. So we are finding out the probability male student likes maths. So we'll go, the total is only the male students because we're only looking in the male students now. So the total we have got the male students is 60. And in the male students, how many students like maths would be 23 then. So this time for the last example, we are not dividing with the total 130 because they're only picking up the students from the male students. Remember that. So it's going to be 60 in the denominator. Here we have got the last example now. So with the last example, it is like slight challenging in a way that the two-way table is not given to us and we'll be making everything then. So again, highlighter is ready and let's draw the table then. First, we're going to read the information and then we're going to draw the table. So it says an activity day, student chooses one activity. They either choose climbing, abseiling or orienting. So the three activities, I'm going to draw my two-way table here. So that would be split as like this. This is the final thing. The three categories that it could be is a climbing or abseiling. So I'm going to take the initial A and orienting, which is the O. Now 120 are the students on that activity day. So I'm going to highlight now. So first of all, we have got three different activities on the activity day. The total number of the students on that activity day would be 120. So I'm going to draw it over here and I'm going to say that this is for the total and the total we'll get is 120 would be here. Now 30 of the students are boys. So it means the further categorized as the gender. So I'm going to say that this part represents the activity, where this part represents the gender, which is male or female. So I'm going to write down with the male here on the top and the female here. Okay, we're going to see now what is going to be here. So that would be the column of the total and this last part would represent for the total as well. Now I'm going to draw my table fully, which is going to be all this. I'll try to fill in the numbers now with the given information. So the first part says that 120 are the students on the activity day. We have written 120 here. Now the next part is 30 of the students are boys. Because this says that 30 of them are the boys, so rather I say that male and the female. So this represents for the boys and the female represents for basically girls. I'll be using the same information how it's given. So how many are the boys basically would be, so 30 of them are the boys, so 30 will go here. Because we know that now out of 220 students, if 30 of them the boys, then of course the remaining would be 90 would be the girls then. Let's read the next line now. This says that 12 of the boys and 26 of the girls choose abseiling. So 12 of the boys. So 12 of the boys means, this is a column of abseiling. So 12 of the boys and 26 of the girls chooses the activity abseiling. Now we can do the sum of them because we know that 12 and 26 would be giving us a sum of 38 and it would go in here. Let's read the next piece of the information. 45 the student chooses climbing. So the total number of the students who chooses climbing would be 45 and that would go in here. Now we can fill in this one. So how many people actually do the orienting? The total is 120, of them 45 doing the climbing. Then 38 are doing the abseiling. So it means the remaining would doing the orienting, which would be 37 here. So now the next piece of the information, we have used this piece of the information as well. Now 35 of the 45 students who chooses climbing are girls. So because we say that 45 of the students chooses climbing, of them 35 are those who are the girls. So 35 would be here. So of course the remaining 10 would be on the top then. We'll try to fill in the remaining information now. So 30 is the total for the boys, 10 is doing the climbing, 12 is doing the abseiling. So orienting would be 8 then. 90 are the total number of the girls. So 35 of them are doing the climbing, 26 of them are doing the abseiling. So orienting would be the 29. So we have got the whole two-way table is filled in now. Let's see what they're asking. This says that work out the number of the girls who chooses for orienting. So I'm going to highlight it now. So how many are the girls who chooses the orienting would be 29. So you say that the final answer of this would be 29 girls. Here's the whole explanation on how to read the two-way table, how to fill in the two-way table and then find out the probability from there. Or sometimes when they give you just the information with no two-way table is given, then it's how to draw the two-way table first and then find out the probability or the number of the students or the number of the girls from using the two-way table. I hope you have found this video useful and thanks for watching the video.